Здорово всем. Lol.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Hey.
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Can't believe Hancock greased old Finn.
Finn had it coming. You get on the mayor's bad side, you know what's gonna happen.
Broken down dream, you're tired of chasing. Ooh, I'm just the girl to make you forget.
You ever been to the den?
Yeah, once or twice. Too weird for me, though. Too real.
Hey, from where I'm
We
coming
need to have
from,
a conversation.
little too real sounds like just the thing.
Maybe just one more. But if you're searching for something,
Атмосфера вообще шикардос.
Same as always.
I got you. You say hi to your mom and pop for me, okay?
Tick-tock.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
now is your motor running close to empty?
What thing?
You know,
Or are you running from
Oh,
yourself?
right. That. Yeah, I got that all handled.
We're thirsty.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
Or you're hungry
So,
to
I
be
hear you've been pulling your weight at the barricade. How many hits you had on?
So
6
sit
last
down
night.
your
Folks bought me so many drinks. I
You
don't
came to
even
the
remember
right
the rest.
place.
That's taking one for the neighborhood, sister.
And it starts once
Hey there.
more
you'll find I'm very persistent.
until
Do I know you?
No, but I've heard of you. I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations.
I don't mind danger, so long as I get paid well enough.
You will be well paid. I can promise you that. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan. You'll mostly be working for me, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack. I'll let him know you're coming.
Smell that? That's freedom.
Excuse me, miss.
What's the matter, handsome? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I just wanted to talk to you.
Well, I thought that's what we were doing. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Ah, that's it. You have that, I'm the smartest one here and I know it posture. There's something so irresistible about intelligence, don't you think? So what brings a man like you to my part of town?
What do you think?
We're all trying to forget something, are we? I think you and I are going to get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Oh, really? Go on.
What's your story? How'd you end up singing here?
Oh, I flew into town like any songbird does, on a heavy wind with a wounded wing. Well, this place has a stage, I needed to sing, and Whitechapel Charlie needed customers, so here we are. Was there anything else?
You, me, an evening walk under the streetlights.
And then what?
Music.
It's tempting, but unfortunately I'm married to the stage.
Hey, Magnolia.
You're looking for me? What can I do for you?
I wouldn't mind hearing a different song.
The audience is always right.
Hell of a load you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
Huh?
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Hi.
Get out of my face.
Here on Gunner business, so back off.
Yeah?
Look, pal. If you're preaching about the Atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
Couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. It's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound you'd think they were a cult or something. Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. And frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
All I can give you is my word. And a bunch of caps.
Bunch of caps, huh? Okay, hotshot. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining.
Everything's negotiable. Would you take 200?
You drive a hard bargain. But you just bought yourself an extra gun. All right, boss. Let's get out of here.
Hey.
Need something? What do you want?
Your thoughts?
Man, I could really use a cigarette.
Just wanted to check in, see how you feel things are going between us.
I don't really know how we're doing. I guess I need more time to decide.
I think we need some time away from each other.
I think you're making a huge mistake, but hey, it's your funeral. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Huh?
Excuse me.
There's something you want?
I have this necklace that would look wonderful on you. Here.
Okay, I guess. Wait a minute.
Help!
Mags Black in Nuka Town owns you.
Oh my
Get
god!
moving.
Better keep your iron strapped on. Friendly advice.
Peace, brother.
What, you need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. He'll hook you up.
Oi, we got beer. If you ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Let's see what you got.
Don't bother tipping. I'm already overcharging you. Now that you're liquored up, got a
I toss out the troublemakers. You keep that in mind. Charlie serves the drinks. I deal with the drunks.
Yeah? What the fuck was that?
Let's rock!
И какого фига вы по мне стреляете? Совсем оборзели уже.
Hello there. Sir? This is private property.
Вас понял.
Go away.
Can't pick this.
Чё, какие у нас варианты?
I told you to go away.
То есть, может робота убить, у него ключ будет. Или типа того.
I told you to go away.
I'm here to talk to Jack Cabot.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
Come on, let's go meet the boss.
What is this place?
Better to let Jack answer that. Come on.
Как-то все загадочно. Ну, давай идем, чё.
Jack, the new guy is here.
One moment. I just have to...
He'll be right with us.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
What is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, with Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat. Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
The universe is a big place. Anything could be out there.
Wonderful. Most people's minds are too narrow to admit the possibilities of an infinite universe. But I'm not talking about flying saucers and little green men. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
That's really interesting.
I'm glad to hear you say that. It's become my life's work. My approach is to combine a rigorous scientific method while keeping an absolutely open mind. So much has been closed off to us simply because people assumed they already knew the answers. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization. The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell him what I need him to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending him to look for the missing shipment?
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired. Congratulations.
I'm ready to get to work.
Good. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
For starters, what's this package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs it for his research. That's all you need to know. You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Yep, I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck. Don't get killed on your first job.
Такие здания мне очень нравятся. Все так загадочно.
Excuse me.
This place is off limits. You'd best move along.
What is this place?
It's nothing to do with you, that's for sure. Now, I told you to get moving.
Edward Deegan sent me. I'm looking for a missing package.
Oh, you're the new guy. So this package, pretty sure we know where it is. The guys that shot Ben are holed up in the Parsons Creamery, just north of here.
So you've just been waiting for me to show up to do something about those assholes?
As far as I remember, I don't answer to you. And yeah, we were waiting for you. That's your job, to deal with unexpected problems that come up. My job is to make sure nobody gets into this place.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Was that an apology? Now I've seen everything. Apology accepted. Hey, be careful. It's weird that they're still hanging around so close. Normal raiders would have grabbed the loot and bugged out by now. It's like they're scouting the place or something. I'll be glad when you clear them out.
Shoot them! Shoot them all!
That is not acceptable. Imogene is missing, and I want her found.
She's not missing, Mother.
Do you know where she is?
No, but that doesn't
Your sister
mean...
is missing, and I want her found. What else is Edward for, if not to keep the family safe?
I'd be happy to send someone to look for her, ma'am. It's not
Mother, Edward has better things to do than sending someone out to find Imogene. Again.
If your father were here, he'd send someone to find Imogene.
I'm not going to have Edward drop everything just because Imogene decided to take a lover again.
Jack, how dare you speak so disrespectfully about your sister? I can't bear to think what might be happening to Imogene right now.
We've been over this, Mother.
So did you find out what happened to the courier?
I can't believe you don't care what happens to your sister.
If she wanted
When do
us
I
to
get
know
paid?
where she
We'll
went,
get to that.
she would have told someone.
First, I need to know what happened to the courier.
Imogene is out.
Just some raiders that ambushed him.
I don't like raiders operating so close to Parsons. I hope this isn't the start of something serious. What about the serum he was carrying?
I don't think you're even
Did you get any of it back?
I'm not Imogene's babysitter. If she chooses to go off without telling anyone, that's her business.
I insist you send someone to find Imogene.
What's so important about this serum?
You're getting paid to follow orders. Your orders were to get it back. That's all you need to worry about.
I can't believe you don't care what happens to your sister.
Mother, will you let it go, please?
I can't bear to think what might be happening.
The
to
serum was
Imogene
all
right
gone.
now.
Yeah, figures. Oh well. Here's your pay for the job. Too bad about the serum. Now, as far as what's next. Oh hell, I guess it's time you met Wilhelmina.
What happens to your
Jack's not gonna be happy about it. Come on. Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Imogene.
Thank you, Edward. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as dear Edward?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. It just makes her more impossible to deal with next time.
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, we tracked down the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got it all, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, that is bad news. Our supply here is dangerously low. Well, we'll just have to make it last until the next delivery.
Imogene is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels. Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home. I'm sure you'll think of something. You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Все интереснее и интереснее. Да пешкодроним.
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Smell that? That's freedom. Running from something? Welcome home.
You're blocking my light, man?
Hey.
Peace, brother.
You're becoming quite a regular. Well, the beer still tastes the same.
Took a walk
Like shit.
out in the fence. Had to talk with a man about some.
Yo, do you know Imogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This guy wants a word.
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
Do you know where I can find her?
I guess that depends on why you're looking for her.
Her family's worried that something's happened to her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seems like a body that could use looking after.
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible.
Ham, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this fine gentleman here was just looking for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella.
Попробуй вспомнить, что мне дали.
Hey.
Enjoy your stay.
Movement detected. Curious. Hello.
Hello. Красиво. Эй, кто здесь? Кто-то хочет. Кто-то что-то хочет, да? Эй.
Did you hear that?
Да где ты? Тоже красиво упал.
We're always looking for new members.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Imogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
Look, the truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her. If you're willing to take her off my hands, let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours. I've got to warn you, she's way stronger than she looks. It took all of us combined to even get her locked up in there. She's all yours, neighbor. We don't have anything to talk about.
И? Че он там последнее сказал?
Hello.
Hey there.
We don't have anything to talk about.
You should talk to Brother Thomas about how to join our movement.
I hope you decide to change your life today.
Welcome.
I hope you decide to become one of the pillars of the
Hi.
community.
I hope you decide to become one of the pillars of the community.
Hello, neighbor. We're always looking for new members. We don't have anything to talk about.
Я же голову оторву.
I hope you decide to change your life today. You should talk to Brother Thomas about how to join our movement.
Прямо как с картинки.
Welcome.
Быстрее будет телепортироваться. Алло, гараж.
Hey there.
Hmm? What?
Quite a place you've got here. Amazing that it survived the war.
Thank you. I try not to take it for granted. We were definitely more fortunate than most. It hasn't been easy keeping it up to pre-war standards, but we do what we can. Are we done?
I was intrigued by your theory about an ancient alien civilization.
Actually, it was my father's theory. Now proven beyond doubt, although only to me, unfortunately. There aren't many archaeology journals publishing these days.
You have proof.
Enough to satisfy me. He only made a single expedition to the Lost City, but he brought back enough to show beyond a doubt that the city he found wasn't made by or for human beings. Millennia older than the earliest human civilizations, but with technology that seems to have surpassed our own. And yet, everything about it is strange. Disturbing geometries, tools not made for human hands, carvings that hint at dimensions beyond our own.
What was your father's theory?
He believed that all of the earliest human civilizations shared some common parent that was unknown to history. Think of Atlantis. The myth of an advanced civilization destroyed by a cataclysm is shared by many widely separated ancient cultures. Eventually, he found what he was looking for. A lost city, buried beneath the sands of the empty quarter of the Arabian desert.
You said your father found a lost city?
Yes. He spent years looking, and was widely ridiculed by the so-called experts. I'm ashamed to say even I doubted him. But in the end, he found it. A lost city, buried in the sands of the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter of Arabia.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right.
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my research there. That's all you need to know.
The more I know, the better I'll be at my job.
Well, I suppose that may be true. My father is confined in Parsons. For his own safety and everyone else's. He became dangerously unstable after handling an ancient artifact he found in Arabia. I've spent my life trying to figure out how to cure him. Are we done?
How'd your father manage to travel to Arabia with the world blown to hell?
Ah, well, that was before the war, when he was a young man.
Come on. The war was 200 years ago.
You know your history. Most people don't grasp how long ago the war really was. One of the effects of my father's illness was a slowing or arresting of the aging process. So, yes, he is well over 200 years old, as you suspected. Was there anything else?
I've got to get going.
All right.
Don't have the key.
Так, как туда попасть?
Would need the key.
Этот парень, походу, просто там дрыхнет. Сейчас, наверное, ночь. Подождать. Не, этот парень здесь. Водичка.
Hey.
Jack says there's no hurry about finding Imogene, but he doesn't mean it. Now you've met the matriarch of the family. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Так, и как быть? Там ключа нету. Карманная кража поможет, да? Ну-ка попробуем сначала у спящего вытащить.
Got it.
Там ничего серьезного. Тут тоже. И...
No way to pick this.
Ключа ни у кого нет, вообще шикардос.
Only opens with a key.
В другом месте ключ требуется, я просто.
Would need the key.
Очень странное задание. У меня тут идея появилась, то есть это как это, что там спит это, типа мамка его, ее спит. Или их, или как их там. Сейчас мы просто подождем с Дехом. Так, как ты ждать-то? В кресле?
Only opens with a key.
Есть контакт.
I just can't bear to think what might have happened to poor Imogen.
Hey.
I can't believe how callous Jack can be about his sister.
Вас понял. Ну,
Why does Imogen do this to me?
тут наши полномочия окончены. Пока загрузка идет, можно поесть, сходить, попить и так далее. Эта шляпа меня запарила уже. Надо ее взять, выполнить, чтобы она не мешалась. Хотя, может, это сюжетное задание, которое никогда не пропадает с карты.
Please don't be pharaohs again.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
Who's there?
What the?
Disappearing at it, huh? You still alive? Christ.
Так, а чё я взял-то?
I'm through. There we go.
А типа до этого я не мог строить заборы, да? Короче, я не понял, что я взял.
That's it.
Короче, лажа это какая-то.
Going down. Oh.
Это там что-то с роботом было связано, походу, это пивоварня. Там он любил пиво варить.
Nice.
Тут никого. Все пропало, короче, это задание. Найс.
Read that interview you gave. That thing you said at the end about having hope? Good on you.
Что-то интересное.
They say the old Boston Common's got some crazy bird living in it. Or something. Hey, no shame in taking the occasional chem. Solomon can hook you up.
Yeah?
Nothing to see here.
There's something you want?
Come with me. There's something you need to see.
Okay. Lead the way.
Как он выйдет сейчас? Давай посмотрим. Это очень забавно. Чё, не выйдет нифига, да? Там и останется. О, видели, как можно вытаскивать из тюрьмы парней? Сказать, проследи за мной и все.
Hey there.
Can I help you?
How's it going?
Fine. Do I know you?
Come with me. There's something you need to see.
Okay. Lead the way.
Просто убить, короче.
Rooting around where you don't belong is a good way to start a fight. Scamp. You ain't nothing but prey. Watch your neck.
It ain't smart you being here. You ain't exactly my favorite person.
Chalk another one up for the... Well, I was gonna say good guys, but... You know what I mean.
Hey, you got good guys. Not sure the big boss man needs a piddly reward. Fair's fair. There you go. The pack might need you for something else. What do you say?
Do I look like I want to run around?
Sure, boss. No fur off my ass.
You like your face the way it is?
So, the pup thinks he can run with the big dogs.
You can't try me. So everybody gathers round because it's clear this is going to be the coolest thing.
Так, я заблудился.
And we just go at it. Just shot after shot after shot.
Life is short, boss. You better get your partying in now.
Sure could use a drink. Gotta be some liquor around here somewhere.
Not supposed to hurt the other...
The sooner this place gets back to its real purpose, the better.
Boom! And that's how it's done.
Back at last. And not much worse for wear. There you are. Operators pay their debts. There is another job available, if you're interested, Overboss.
I'm here to help.
Glad to hear it. There's a cache of supplies that would do better in our hands than its current owners. I'd like you to take care of it.
Sign me up.
Then I'll leave you to it.
Packing disciples. Bunch of amateurs playing dress-up. Whoa, was that? Hey, I think I got something.
You're nothing. Nothing.
Someone there? Nothing there now.
Да, нафиг они нужны. Так, что здесь?
Welcome to Grey Garden, darling. This is the Commonwealth's first and only hydroponics facility, run entirely by robots.
That's pretty ingenious. I bet you can work around the clock.
Of course, darling. Our unique hierarchy allows for constant operation. You see, there are two kinds of robots here. The worker drones carry out labor and maintenance. We supervisors, that is myself, green and brown, possess sophisticated cognition processors. We are capable of complex analysis and decision-making, a testament to the genius of our creator, Dr. Edward Gray.
Obviously, the man was brilliant to come up with something like this.
I could hardly have said it better myself, darling. Robotics and artificial intelligence were our creator's great passions, rivaled only by his love of television. Perhaps you've noticed that I possess a rather singular personality, as do the other supervisors.
Why did Dr. Gray give you these unusual personalities?
Genius is restless, darling. It abhors stagnation. Dr. Gray was tired of the standard Mr. Handy personality. He looked to his favorite television characters for inspiration, and we are the result. A few other things you should know. Talk to Green if you need supplies. If it's caps you require, Brown might have a few odd jobs. There's one other thing. The question, really. Tell me, darling, what do you think of the water around here?
Seems fine to me.
Men, take it from me, dear. It's ghastly. Simply ghastly. Pressure's down. Radiation is up. Why, it's practically toxic. Just think what it must be doing to my skin. This will never do. I don't mean to impose, darling, but perhaps you could lend us a hand.
All right.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. Most of our water comes from the old Western plant, south of here. Such an eyesore. Be a dear and pay a visit, See what you can do. Maybe tidy up the place. It must be filthy. If you can get it working again, I'm sure I can come up with something for you.
Caps for mutants, that's the way.
Bingo.
Got it.
Yes.
Блин, что там было? Фиг знает.
surface.
Huh? What's that?
Darling, so good to see you. You fixed our water problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, such a gentleman, too. I simply must give you something. Here, you can have some of our produce. I'll ask Greenie to give you a discount, too, if there's anything else you need. Now I simply must get back to work. Ta-ta!
Can it wait?
Just thinking how wonderful it'd be to get out of this infernal rain.
I found out what those robots in Grey Garden needed and took care of it. Even better, they want to be Minutemen.
Huh. I guess I never thought of robots being Minutemen. But why not? If they're willing, you can use them.
All systems are a go, sir.
We taught
I
those
found out
raiders
what
a
those
lesson.
robots in
We'll
Grey
teach 'em
Garden needed
again
and
if
took
they
care
come
of it.
back.
Even better, they want to be Minutemen.
Hello, sir.
fog. It's dangerous, okay?
You eyeing me, Amanda?
Remember, the island's always watching. Be careful out there.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
I think I deserve more than that.
I suppose I could part with a little more. Here's another 100 caps. I've been thinking about what's next, and then it came to me. We all love our grandparents, don't we? Kind, gentle, doting, love to spoil you. You'd never want something awful to happen to them. Nobody would. That's why it broke my heart when I lost Grandpa George.
I'm sorry. You must have been very fond of him.
Everybody was. But that didn't matter to the island. Oh no. He was cursed the moment he was born adult. He had a farm little ways north of here. Lived a peaceful life, working the land and not causing anyone trouble. The island sent something after him. A huge monster, mean as spit and with claws to snap steel beams. A fog crawler. Grandpa bravely stood his ground, a shotgun in his hands, holding off that terror while the farmhands fled back here. If you can take out that shell-backed devil, it'll send a message loud and clear that says the Daltons never forget when they've been wronged.
That fog crawler's gonna pay for Grandpa George.
That's the spirit.
Who's there? Gonna be a good fight. Let's get started, human.
Children of Adam are dangerous. Don't trust them.
Captain Avery's all right.
Grandpa George can rest in peace. The fog crawler is dead.
Wonderful. That's another chapter successfully concluded. You truly are the heroic Avenger I hoped you were. With that fog crawler gone, we can send some folks up there to get the place ready for you. That's right. The farm is yours. Your own little piece of the island. It'll take work to get it up and running again, but you'll have help. And here's another 200 caps in gratitude for your service to the great Dalton lineage.
Surely a heroic Avenger deserves more than 200 caps.
I can agree to that. Here's another 100 caps. Now, I don't have to tell you that the bonds of blood and family are strong as any a person can know. But if you ask me, the strongest among them is the bond that exists between two married people. That's why the last part of this tale is the hardest one for me to tell.
Believe me, I know exactly how you feel.
If that's true, then I'm sorry to hear it. Perhaps we'll confront our pain together. My late husband, Daniel, was the best fisherman this island ever saw. He and his crew had a favorite fishing spot out by Brooks Head Lighthouse. One day, a day I'll never forget, I see Danny's boat pulling up with his crewmen all shouting and carrying on. Turns out some trappers moved into the lighthouse. No doubt because the island told them to. They're all crazier than a bag of mole rats. Their leader was having a little target practice. Shot Danny right between the eyes. Killed him, just like that. You go and get that son of a bitch. You make him pay for doing the island's bidding.
How do I get to the Brooks Head Lighthouse?
It's southwest of town, not far from the quarry.
I'll make that trapper pay.
All right, then. Remember, trappers may be half crazy from the fog, but they still know how to use a gun.
much can it take?
Bingo.
Ну и что тут ключом открывать? Ладно, забьем.
What are you looking at?
You take your time killing that trapper. Make it hurt. The way I've been hurting since I lost my den.
That trapper who killed your husband is dead.
Then it's done. It's finally done. All those lives that were lost. All those debts finally repaid. And it was no son or daughter of Far Harbor who stood up to the island and avenged the Dalton bloodline. It was you, an outsider, a mainlander. The final chapter's been written. The story has come to an end. This is a day I never thought I'd live to see. Thank you.
I was glad to help. I hope I've put your mind at ease.
You certainly have. Now, every good story's gotta have a happy ending, right? The hero finds the treasure, saves the sweetheart, and rides off into the sunset. Well, I'm a little old to leap up on a horse. But I have got something close to a treasure. This is an heirloom that's been in my family for... let me think. Oh, for at least a generation or two. There's no Daltons left to inherit the thing, so it might as well pass on to you. The island knows this weapon. Oh, yes. You carry this, and it'll take you seriously. And that's it. That's the end. I can sleep easy now, knowing there won't be any unfinished business when they put me in the ground. Off you go now. My story's over, but yours... I think yours is only just getting interesting.
You are a curious specimen. Despite our friendly town doing its best to chase you out, you keep helping us ingrates all the same. I got to ask, why do you keep at it?
You're good people in some dire straits. Figured you could use a hand.
Huh? You running for office? Well, if that's the truth, we don't deserve it. Most folk here are set in their ways, yes? It makes no difference how hard you try to get in good with them. Heck, it took my family 3 generations before the Daltons would sell us a heel of bread. But there's a way. A downright insane way, mind you. You can turn even the most stubborn fool around.
I'd love to change their opinion of me.
Do it right, and all mainlanders might get treated better. In olden times, leaders were chosen by something called the Captain's Dance. Legends say the toughest, meanest, and outright craziest hopers would chum the waters and lure out the worst the island could throw at them. Once the would-be captain killed the Mirelurk Queen, or Fog Crawler, or what have you, they'd invite the whole island to feast off the bounty. You do this, well, you won't be made captain, but you'll earn respect. Everyone's respect.
I'm ready to become a legend then.
You what? You crack me up. There's an old Mirelurk feasting grounds by Emmett's Causeway, a treacherous stretch along the coast. Go there and throw any kind of meat you got into the water. All that blood and viscera will be sure to attract attention. And then wait. I'll make sure there's a witness or two. Prove to the rest of these clods you belong.
Erna says the island's alive.
Food, stim packs, fully stocked.
You helped Cassie, right?
Food in front, dock in back. The bait shop.
Lol. Надо закругляться, короче, что-то надоело пока.
If these knuckleheads don't trust you now, well, fuck them, right? I expect folk will be more talkative now. Might even have some more work for you. Maybe hit up Mitch at the last plank.
Seriously. Thanks, Teddy.
You are the most peculiar main person I've ever had the occasion to meet. Take this. And, if you're inclined, socialize. It's your party after all. Everyone, times are hard. But this here feast is proof that we can turn things around. Now I know mainlanders have been responsible for all manner of harm. But this one is special. This one did the captain's dance.
It's true. I saw it.
So in my book, he's not a mainlander anymore. He's one of us.
Yeah! Mainlander! Ha ha!
Captain's dance. Wow.
I saw the whole thing. The Queen.
Everyone, make way!
Did you really kill the Queen? The mariner said you did.
Don't pester him, Debbie. Of course he did. Now this is what a badass looks like. I fear we had you all wrong.
Well, Captain Avery didn't.
Right. Holier than thou Avery got the right of it. And thanks for reminding me. Here's a round on the house.
That's awfully friendly of you.
We have mainlanders coming in and out all the time. Worst of a lot of thieves or murderers. And the others we find floating face down in the harbor. But not you.
Mitch, I mean, since he did the captain's dance, maybe your uncle?
That's my own family business.
Sir, Mitch is too damn proud. But we're worried about Uncle Ken.
What's wrong with his uncle?
Uncle Ken's the last one still living on the island. The last holdout.
Crazier than a bag full of starved mole rats, he is.
Mitch sent him some of the fog condensers? So he might still be alive. He's safe from the fog.
But the campground's got to be swarming with God knows what. Listen, it shames me to ask it. Oh, but he is my kin. Could you check up on him? And find some way to drag his hide back here. I'll pay, of course.
I'll look for your uncle.
His homestead's the old visitor center, inland. Look out, he loves his traps.
Ладно, пока остановлюсь здесь.